Hey, it's me, LHMusic, and guess what? Is an all-new final closing time factor video commentary thoughts. And guess what? The liberal media went into a quiet tirade last Friday after conservative talk radio host, my favorite, Rush Limbaugh, made a satirical remark about the Democrats, relegating House Majority Leader James Clyburn. Oh boy. So now what? What are we gonna do? Well, here it is. And Nancy Pelosi chauffeured when the new Congress convenes in January. Seems like driving Miss Daisy, whatever it is. Let's get the show on the road with the final list of time thoughts. Hit it. Guess what? It's gotta be the all-new final list of time by the radio commentary thoughts for November. The 17th in the year 2010. And I know it's gonna be a Wednesday, trust me about that. Now, download an embed video so you can hear it. So, may I reintroduce you to Ed Schultz. Ed Schultz is a stupid liberal host. And and you might think it's so smart about this one. And it's gonna be worse. So here's a enjoyment. Take a look. And watch. Take a look and watch.
On these stories, Rush Limbaugh has unleashed his trademark racism on the highest ranking African. W. Bush admits he personally authorized the use of waterboarding, prompting renewed calls for a criminal investigation. With us tonight,
criminal investigation.
XM Satellites, Black Eagle, Joe Madison, one of the most listened to African-American radio talk show hosts in America, and also Republican strategist Ron Christie, a former special assistant to George W. Bush and Dick Cheney, and the author of the new book, Acting White, The Curious History of a Racial Slur. Gentlemen, Rush Limbaugh, I want to let you go first, Joe. What'd you make of the comments that we played earlier in the program tonight?
So here it is. So here it is.
And you heard them. I heard them. My audience was so upset. They even talked about boycotting Disney because I guess of its affiliation with ABC. Look, you know, to sit up there and paint this image of Morgan Freeman driving Miss Daisy, you took a man, Jim Clyburn, who one is extremely honorable, one of the most progressive legislators. Here's a guy that supported, went against Bill Clinton when it came to the China Trade Act because of human rights violations and environmental violations. He stuck with unions. He spoken out for working men and women. He was the third most powerful individual, and you reduced him in a matter of 45 seconds to a chauffeur. It was racist. Call it what it is. And Limbaugh has been doing this ever since he's been doing talk radio. And why he gets away with it, I don't know.
Well, now here's your worst nightmare that you don't want to. I cannot see that you don't want to know. So here's Christie. Not Chris. Oh, Ron Christie. Say those famous last words. So watch this.
Well, he does get away with it. Ron Christie, your thoughts?
This is one of those instances that I was actually listening to the Rush Limbaugh show, and I'm sure you guys didn't hear the entire thing before the segment, during the segment, and after. And the segment actually referred to a segment not on a network that we don't know. It was on MSNBC, where they were talking to former Congressman Martin Frost. And Frost said that the leadership battle that's going on in the House of Representatives right now, frankly, has been reduced to and whether or not Clyburn, if he is forced from his leadership position, will have to give up his driver, his security detail, and of course the car. And Limbaugh
he
said, "Well,
referred to her as Miss Nancy." Ron,
wait, hang on a second, Ed. I will not let you guys try to denigrate him here. I have my exceptions.
Nobody's denigrating you, and you're not calling the rules on this show.
I'm not calling the rules.
Hold
I
on just a
actually
minute.
listened to the entire segment, Ed.
No,
I dare say you didn't listen to the whole thing. I did. Did you? Did you listen to the whole thing, Ed?
Ron Christie.
Let's stop right here. Mr. Schultz, you're interrupting. You're definitely interrupting what Ron Christie says. And you might think it's so smart about this. Well, guess what? It's so smart you try to say, since you're interrupting. You're always interrupting. We could just wait your darn turn. And you might think and you might think is so smart about interruptions. But did you hear what Christie said? Thanks to Noel Shepard from Newsbusters. Says that this is and you said you tried to, says nobody said denigrating. Well, guess what? Christie says he's not calling the rules. He actually listens to the entire segment. That means you, Ed, he dare say you didn't listen to the whole thing. Well, guess what, Ed? Ed, this is why it has to happen. You're interrupting when he's talking. Just let Christie speaks. Like E.F. Hutton says. Oh boy. Says when E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. Well, we're gonna get in. Well, I think we should keep on going to the bottom line of this one. Is driving me nuts. So back to the drawing board things. Go.
You do this every time when we challenge you on this program. Now, I'm asking you to be a gentleman about this.
As always, I will.
He referred to her as Miss Nancy. He talked about the back of the bus. Now,
God.
Do you
Oh,
defend
my
that?
God.
He put this on his website. Stop parceling out the racism this guy throws out and throw your ideology out the window and tell us how you feel.
And I say the same thing to you. I don't like the picture that's on the screen at all. I don't. I actually listened to the entire segment, as I said. That's why I asked you whether you heard it from start to finish. Let me just say this. If you want to talk about throwing ideology out and racism, it's frankly ironic that the President of the United States, when he was talking to a group of Hispanics, said that if the Republicans want to be in the car of the nation and move forward,
I'm not talking about
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And you said,
Ron,
if you want to talk about people being in the back of the bus,
we are talking about Rush Limbaugh. We're talking about Rush Limbaugh and how he wields his racism from time to time on all the. And how do you support that?
As a gentleman, from one gentleman to two others, I would say to you, for having heard the entire segment in its context, he was making an allegorical reference that the whip, the current majority whip of the United States House of Representatives, if he was being pushed out of his leadership position, it was a former Democratic member of Congress saying that this was an issue about perks of a car, a driver, and a security detail. My point to you is, if you listen to it from the start to the finish, he was not being racist in his intent. He was not being racist in his intent, in my opinion.
Can I jump in here for a moment?
Well, sorry, stopped it. See, I told you. As I said, Ed, you will listen and you will learn. You cannot be criticizing Ron when he speaks. Just listen to a word that Ron Christie says. It seems, Ed, you are such cruelty as far as I concern, so far as the eye can see. Cruelty is got to stop. Period. Rush Limbaugh is good. He's right. And now you want to degrade it and interrupting when Ron is speaking. That is not nice to full Mother Nature. Simple as that. And the moral story is, I hope Ed is always trying to criticizing more on MSNBC, the liberal cable network. And you know why? Because Ed, you don't have no audience. And to be continued. Simple as that. End of story. Anyways, don't forget to Facebook me and follow me at facebook.com/LHMusicTime, as so as twitter.com/LHMusicTime as far as we're concerned. And so is my website, LHMusicTimeFactor.weebly.com, for the LH Music Time Factor website. And so is my final closing Time Factor video commentary thoughts. Indeed, I say more. Trust me about that. At final closing Time Factor thoughts.weebly.com, so as Blogspot as far as we're concerned. Anyways, I really gotta go. I'm on a heartbreak of things, get ready to go to work, and just have to take it from there. Don't forget tomorrow, 2 stories you don't want to know about Thanksgiving and so is Sarah. You don't want to know about this. LH Music, America's Global Fastball Christian Conservative, is signing off, and we will be the real conservative key for the real conservative answers. I gotta get out of here and go with God's blessings. Take care of yourself, and I'm out the door. Bye-bye for now.